So, hey guys, finally back with another YouTube video, which is exciting, and I'm vlogging again. So currently out just getting some steps in, which is nice. The weather's actually really nice. Finally summer's starting, which is good, because it was pretty slow, but it's really nice weather. So yeah, getting out for some steps, which I've been doing every day, either cardio or steps. Today it's steps because I've got legs later on today. So I just thought I'd get some movement. Lower back's a little bit sore from deadlifts, so moving a little bit will help with that. But yeah, so in terms of where I'm at right now and the purpose of this video. So firstly, I've just got back from a week away in Italy, which was amazing with family. Switching off, not really training at all, not following a diet. Managed to hold body weight though, which was good, and freshened off a lot now to get back into training. But I think that really helps with a topic I want to talk about. A topic I think needs to be talked about is, can you have balance with bodybuilding? Can you enjoy your life a little bit and still chase your goals, and to what degree do you need to sacrifice that? Because I think a lot of people talk about it, they say like there is no balance, you have to be all in, and I kind of agree to some extent, but to the level of which you need to sacrifice life completely, I don't know. We will talk about it because it's a really important topic, because at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of you are watching and you're really into bodybuilding and you want to compete, but you're also like me where you grew up being quite a social person. So yeah, I think a lot of people will benefit from me talking about that. But yeah, other than that, today we're going to get into legs. So we'll go into train legs and we'll do a voiceover and just discuss some things on there and just show you my day to day really. But yeah, I'm going to get these steps in and enjoy the start of the day. It's that time of the year now where hay fever starts, which is horrible. I have it every single summer at the start. Yeah, it's not nice. Like, if any of you get that, like, I feel your pain, because literally I'm trying to breathe when I'm training and I can't even breathe through my nose. I've had it my whole life. I should really just get the hay fever jab, but yeah, fuck pollen, man. So something that has just arrived is the MVW Navy jumper. Really excited to try this on. Look at that. Oh god. See, the hay fever's fucking me. Yeah, so it's navy. I love these jumpers, they're so good because they're really comfortable and just not as thick as like a hoodie. So if you're training legs and you want some like padding when you're doing like hacks and stuff, these are spot on. Like, this is my favourite thing to wear when I'm training legs. Yeah, look at that. It feels a little thinner than the other one, which is nice. Go to Be Epic Clothing if you want to get one. There's still, I think, a few more on sale. So yeah, we got a busy morning of work now. So lots of check-ins, but first you're going to do some consult calls. So what I do is, whenever someone's inquiring with the coaching, I always offer like a free consultation call. It's roughly 30 minutes. They don't have to decide to work with me afterwards, but it's a step forward if they are inquiring and they want to learn more about the coaching process, and it enables us to get a good understanding of like what the client wants, what their goals are, and why they would like to work with a coach. I think that's so important, and actually something I really believe in now is, well, something I believe in more now is how important the mental side of things really is, and it's so much more important than anything else. Understanding what makes that person tick, what makes them sort of want to do what they want to do and get to their goals, and figuring out whether they fit that like goal that they have in mind, because sometimes people, they might want to compete but it just isn't for them, like mentally it isn't for them, and you'll be surprised how many people go into a prep and then change their mind when they're halfway in and they're like, wow, I really didn't realise this was for me. And you can only learn that through talking back and forth and time with a client. So this call was a really important part of sort of serving that purpose. So yeah, consult call now, then check-ins, and yeah, just excited to get into work. So I just thought I'd show you guys my favourite EAAs right now. This is hands down my favourite EAA, especially for summer. It's an Overfarm snow cone. Literally tastes like a slushie. It's so good, especially if you, which I haven't done, but we should do, mix this in your intro the day before, put it in the freezer overnight, take it out, hot day, you've got a slushie. So nice. It is so good. It's definitely the best EAA I've had. I just really like it. It's really nice. I can't really describe the flavour. It's called snow cone. I don't know how to explain it, but it just tastes fresh and very light and really nice. So yeah, if you want to get a nice tasting EAA, this is the one to get. And to be honest, Innova Farm is the best at making tasting, like nice tasting EAAs and pre's. So Elite Sups, Pal 10, the usual, that stuff. But yeah, I would highly recommend. It's what I'm going to have today. Look at that. Sunny day, snow cone EAAs. Cannot complain. Don't have a funnel, so this is going to be interesting. To be fair, if you don't have a funnel, all you need to do, because people say I'll make a paper funnel, that's so long, I just can't afford. Just go like this, with your hand, you go like that. Easy as that, no mess at all. It's a little bit harder when you have a big scoop, but I don't know how I'm going to get the cyclodextrin in, and then creatine because it just flies everywhere. It doesn't really work with that, but yeah, it works. So we've just got to the coach and in for legs, so we're going to get into it and basically see where I'm at, considering I had a week away from training. It's been a while since I've done the Cybex hack, but really excited, and yeah, we'll just get into it, do a voiceover so you can enjoy that, show you the whole session, go through like what I'm doing right now in my training, also give you some updates, and yeah, get into it. But looking forward to training, itching to train legs to failure, because I did one session when I was away, it was a D volume, it was like a proper, like nowhere near like maximal intensity. So yeah, pretty buzzing to just send it and see how things go. The coach have just got, well, like about a week ago, got all this new Kaiser kit in. It's a kit that when I was in Vegas I used, and it's like pressure, so it's just air. So you literally click the button and you can change the resistance whilst you're doing the set. It's so sick, so I'll just show you. We're going to use the leg extension, but it's so cool because you can do like a drop set and then go back up and then do like length and partials and then do like loads of different things all in one set. So yeah, this is the leg extension, leg curl, leg press, row, chest press. I think out of everything this is the best, which is obviously what we're using now, so pretty excited to try it. So guys, welcome to another voiceover. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, and I quite enjoy doing them, so maybe I need to do them more often. Definitely if I keep doing vlogs, because then obviously the voiceovers work pretty well. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing to be back in the coach, training legs at 100%. So yeah, trained at like the Italian equivalent of Pure Gym in Italy with my client, and we trained legs together, but it was a D volume, so we're back in it today. And yeah, straight in with legs. Well, not straight in, I'm lying, there was a couple of sessions before, but the first full volume session, which felt amazing. So starting off on this new kit, which I was just talking about, amazing because you can change the pressure. Honestly, the potential with this is just like, it's limitless. You can do so much with this, because if you wanted, Ruby didn't quite know that I could control it, so she came in to spot me. I didn't tell her about it, she walked in and saw me. So yeah, appreciated her helping, but yeah, she didn't realise I could change it. So yeah, what you can do is you just click the button and it allows you to basically like go and control the resistance and drop it off. So as you get close to failing, you can just click the button and it drops off, which is absolutely amazing. Like, the fact that you can do that is so cool, because you can time when you really need support and you need the resistance to drop off perfectly. Obviously, when someone's spotting you, they don't truly know when to do that. So this enables you to click the button and boom, you're there, which is so cool. And I'm very excited to run this up. It's very interesting because you're like logging down a number, which is like 170 as the resistance and stuff like that. And again, I'm dropping the negatives stupidly, something I need to work on. I always forget, but really cool. I think the pain was just so much. It's like I'm just giving up, and yeah, I need to just make sure I use that negative. Especially because with the resistance, you can do some cool tricks with that. Like, you could literally do like negatives, length and partials. Then you could like reduce the resistance loads, do a drop set. Then you could do yeah, you could do so much stuff. So we're just faffing around on this seat belt, because they've got a new belt, but it literally only fits you if you're on prep, and it just fits me now. So I took that. It didn't fit Charlie, so I was happy about that. It was a good sign. Clearly got ages in the off season. Road to 100 kgs, but no, not really. But I just have quite a small waist. So yeah, this seated leg curl, obviously I've talked about a lot. Cybex is amazing. So yeah, it was nice to get back on this because my last leg session I was using a matrix leg curl, which obviously isn't the best, but yeah, really, really good. Two sets here. Now the problem with this movement is, well, not the movement itself, like with what I was finding during that session was my lower back was really, really sore, to the point in which that I couldn't really like take it to like complete failure really. And it just meant that, like, because my lower back was sore, every time I would get short, if I really wanted to like get it short, my lower back would hurt. Now, to be honest, you don't really want to use your lower back in a seated leg curl at all, right? And I'm not, because I'm always using a belt, like I can't move. But the difference that it makes when your lower back is fresh is clearly like it's very clear. So yeah, I couldn't quite get the most out of this movement today, but like regardless, I still got some really good work done, and kind of like just works on really slowing it down in the lengthened, and that change of direction where it really matters the most, you know, in the lengthened range. Obviously there's so much studies coming out right now on lengthened partials versus full range of motion, finding that lengthened partials can actually equate the same amount of hypertrophy as full range of motion, which is pretty crazy to see. So yeah, like that says a lot. So I just focused on that really, and yeah, it went pretty well. So yeah, just like, obviously this is the cost of doing deadlifts 2 seats before, but it doesn't really matter that much because my physique needs the hinges more than anything, and my other leg day I'm much more fresh going into, and that's where like I really need to be fresh because I'm doing like a Smith squat where I'm not loading up my lower back. So yeah, and something that I'm realizing is on these leg curls, you don't actually need to pause too long in the short. It's actually, like we just talked about in terms of the importance in the lengthened, you're losing like potential load exposure in the lengthened range. So like just focus on like a brief pause or just controlling it, and then that's it, because you don't want to just hold yourself back in terms of doing some better work in the lengthened range and doing more there. So yeah, hacks felt absolutely amazing today. Now, as I went into the hacks, initially I was like, right, my lower back's screwed. It's not going to go well. I gave myself a little bit more time to recover a bit, so I didn't have a lower back pump. I also changed my hacks a bit. I put my feet stance up lower, so obviously that biases less glute. I also made sure my eccentrics weren't as crazily slow as they have been in the past. I find when you go down really, really slow, what happens is it just causes you to be in an area where like your glutes can feel it more, your lower back will feel it more, and I just felt less powerful. So this is the set on 5 plates where I just went, right, just control the negatives to a degree, but don't worry that much, and just feel strong and powerful. So that change of direction you see is a little quicker than usual, but it felt so good because I was able to access a further range without my lower back limiting me, even though it was sore, and I was able to actually get like a massive quad stimulus, which, to be honest, recently on these hacks I haven't really felt that much, and I think it's a product of what I've been doing with the hacks in terms of just going down really slow and just not getting low enough, because the only time I do hacks is 2 sleeps after deadlifts. So yeah, this is good because I've now figured out a way in which the deadlifts don't really take away from it, which is cool. And yeah, 2 reps up from the last time I hit them, which is amazing because I haven't done hacks in literally over 2 weeks, and I took a week off. So this shows you guys like you can take time off if it's at the right time, and it won't take away from your ability to progress. So amazing. 5 for 9. It's very exciting stuff. I'm excited to run this up. 5.5 will be there very soon, and then, you know, it's a case of chasing down 6 plates, which will be crazy, and I really believe I can do that before I start prep, 100%. So onto the Cybex pivot. Usually this is in my other leg day, but it's been absolutely ages since I've done it. So I wanted to give it a run today just to sort of do it because I hadn't done it for so long. And that's me stupidly trying to unrack it without pulling the lever, which was stupid. But that, again, these felt so good. I just warmed up and I just felt strong. Like I felt really, really strong. Something that I haven't felt in a while. Just so much power. So it just shows you the difference training fatigue makes. The last time I did this weight, I got 8 reps. So yeah, it was amazing for it to feel like this. I think I could get maybe a little bit more range in some of the earlier reps, but I'm pretty picky with that. I like to see a lot of knee flexion on this. It gets good here. Like this is where the range is good. That's just a confidence thing. I think once I get into the groove of it, I get better at it. Yeah, it's It's interesting. My pivot is a lot stronger than my hacks. I don't know why. I think maybe it's a skill thing, just doing them for longer. I used to do them in Bristol when I was at university. They had a pivot. They didn't have a Cybex hack, and it just shows the different skill makes, because I have done that movement for a while. But yeah, really, really happy with this. Like, I'm just at a point now where I'm like proud of my leg training and my hacks, and I haven't actually been that proud of my leg training. It's one of my weaker areas, I would say. So to be doing stuff like this is really, really cool. And I would say for myself, like I do grow like strong legs quite easily without having to get really, really strong at them. So when I say strong legs, I mean big legs. So if I can get really strong at them, then imagine how they're going to look, right? So that's an exciting thought. So into split squats, and yeah, just my lower back was very sore at this point. So yeah, pausing in the hole was difficult. I don't use a platform just because my legs are really short, and I don't feel like I need a platform to go really deep and get a position where I fully lengthen my glutes out. Obviously, when you do split squats, just be aware, like shift your hips back a bit and lean forward. So shift your hips back, lean forward if you want to bias more glute. Have your hips more straight and your torso more upright if you want to bias more quad. So then into some not leg work, upper lat, just one set here. This movement is amazing. Probably the best piece in the coach. Like, it is absolutely insane for upper lat. Like, the path is spot on. It's exactly what I need. So I've been running this a lot recently, and because I've been doing it so much on leg days and pull days, on one of my pull days, it's been getting very, very strong. And I think it's been adding a lot in my upper lat. I won't really know until I diet down, because my lats hold a lot of fat. So they can look a lot bigger in the off season. I diet down, they look smaller. So we'll see, especially if you like my front lat spread. I actually don't know what bicep curl you could call this, like as in the machine. It's just extremely old. You can see it and you can tell how old it is, but it is really cool. And it kind of replicates like an incline dumbbell curl, or like a behind the body D-handle curl, where we just bias in the length and range, but not just working in the length and range here. I'm actually trying to just do like a whole sort of rep through the bicep and get the bicep short as well. Really stable and feels amazing. I absolutely love this piece. So I swapped this out for the standing dumbbell curl, just because the standing dumbbell curl was giving me kind of like bicep tendonitis, because I don't know, it just was. So running this now, and it feels amazing. So really happy with this. Excited to see what we can do with this. I'm already stacking it. I don't know if I can pin it, so I'll have to see. It's annoying when you can't pin a machine, but yeah, I think you can. We'll see. But there's 2 different stacks either side for each arm, which is quite interesting. I haven't seen that before, for like a bicep curl like this. So yeah, very, very good leg session. Well, I think I'm about to move into ab crunches, and that's it. So not really much to talk about there, but you know, we're week 1 of this mesocycle, and now because I've had a week off fully from training, I really believe if I'm smart, I could probably go for 12 weeks before having to devolume, and that means potentially just go until I need to diet. I think I'll probably be dieting in 3 months. So if that's the case, that works amazingly, right? 12 weeks of just getting as big as I can, and then we'll devolume, go into a diet phase, be fresh as I go into that diet phase, you know, use it strategically, get some progressions out of that after that devolume at the start of my diet phase, get a good run of training then, and then retain performance really smartly through that diet phase as well. I think I can go for 12 weeks because I feel so fresh. Like, the differences are crazy. Like, you don't realize how much training fatigue you carry until you take a week off. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the voiceover. We're coming to the end of this. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this type of stuff, and yeah, I'll do it in more videos. But now we'll get back to the video. Peace. So we're back post-workout, and that was an absolutely insane session. So happy. First time in a while I'm coming out with my quads feeling pretty battered. Been doing hacks recently very slow on the way down, and I just get a lot of glute, and my lower back's really sore, and it takes away from what I can do. So doing that helps so much, going down a little bit quicker and deeper, and we were 2 reps up, so I can't complain. Feeling really fresh, feeling good, just ready for a really nice length of training now without having to need to devolume, which was spot on. So yeah, over the moon with that. Now we've got post-workout, 150 grams of cereal, 2 bagels, 1 banana, so loads of carbohydrates. But this is the secret to post-workout. I think a bagel with jam and cereal was so easy to get down. Like, this is no issues whatsoever. So I'm going to enjoy this, and yeah, just enjoy the fact that I can eat a lot of carbohydrates post-workout, because I forget like how hungry I used to be on prep and how much this would just be absolute heaven. So I'm trying to remind myself and enjoy it, even though I'm like peak off season. because 150 grams of cereal would literally be the most insane thing ever when you're on prep. So yeah, time to eat. Right, so we're going to talk about the main topic of this video, which is basically a topic that I think is really important and something that relates to literally everyone watching this video, because every single person watching this video I know is one, into bodybuilding, because you wouldn't be watching this if you weren't into bodybuilding, because this is about bodybuilding. My whole YouTube is about bodybuilding, really. And second, they have a life, right? Everyone has a life. We all want to enjoy life, and it's like you have these goals, but also you want to be happy. And yes, whilst bodybuilding is fulfilling for some people, there's still ways that we can like make sure we tap into other areas of life whilst you're chasing your goals, so you can be happy, because bodybuilding is extremely monotonous. It is so isolating at times that you need to have balance in other things and do other things and enjoy life a little bit, so you can stick at it and chase those goals. Otherwise you'll burn out, you'll be depressed, you won't be happy if you're just sat alone, eating your meals, training, and that's it, right? So sorry if I'm stiffing, by the way. Hay fever, like I said, has fucked me up, but that is like what I want to talk about. So it's this word like balance. People talk about balance. They say, you know, to achieve your goals in bodybuilding, to get an IFBB Pro card, to win shows, you can't have balance. And I think the issue is the term balance, a lot of people see that term as meaning literal, like absolute balance, right? This isn't balance, this is balance. And to succeed at bodybuilding, you can't have balance, right? You can't have that. You're going to have a bit more bodybuilding, less of this. But we should use other terms to talk about this. I haven't quite figured out the term that could be used, but like the issue with the word balance is like people just go, oh, you can't have balance, and then people think, oh, that means I just have to chase my goals 100% and that's it. That's not the case. Like, you can enjoy life a little bit. Like, you can go out occasionally, you can go on holiday, you can take time off training occasionally. Notice the word occasionally. I mean, it does have to be occasionally, but you can. And as long as you plan meaningful events, yes, they're occasional, but they will mean a lot, and there'll be memories that you make that, you know, will be very fulfilling in itself. So, like, how can we achieve this? Like, how can you enjoy life and chase bodybuilding? Well, I'll tell you like my take on that, because this is something that I'm trying to do more now. Now I'm not in prep. Now, don't get me wrong, when you're in prep, okay, it's all about bodybuilding. Yes, alright, there's some exceptions, but like a lot of it is about bodybuilding. I actually went on a lad's holiday when I was 13 weeks out from my first show. We stayed in a villa, I cooked all my meals, and I still made sure I was a part of that with my friends. I think for some people, they shut themselves off from doing things like that on prep because they feel like the temptation of drinking or going off plan is too much, and they don't want to feel like they're left out. So in my opinion, like drinking, food, all that stuff, it's just a perspective. And if you can enjoy yourself still, you don't need those things. So that's what I did. But anyway, we're not talking about prep, we're talking about general bodybuilding. So how can you do this? Well, for what I did right now, you saw I went away for a week recently. I discussed that. And I didn't really train at all. I ate off plan, had a great time, and it didn't take me away from my goals. How did I do that? And what I did firstly was I timed my trip away from training when fatigue was high. So I made sure not to devolume too close to me going away. So then I could use me going away as me dropping off training fatigue, as opposed to having to do devolume sessions where we're dropping off the amount of required volume to create muscle growth. Instead, I just took time away from training. I was able to switch off for like a whole week without any training. And I got back into the training, as you saw today, and numbers have been flying because I went when I needed it. So I went at a time when it would benefit me. So plan your holidays away around that when training fatigue is high and you're at the end of your mesocycle. So it really won't be like you're missing out on productive sessions anyway, and it will actually benefit you in the long run. Now I feel super fresh. I can go for about 12 weeks. So that's a really good strategy you can do. Secondly, if you are going to go away, and say you're going to go away for longer than a week, what you could do and what I did is I did 2 sessions. And to be honest, 2 sessions in the week is all you will need. Like, so if you took a week off and then you wanted to do a couple sessions before you get back, you could literally do like a full body session, you could do an upper session and a lower session. And what you would want to do is just go in there and get some work done with the movements that carry a lot of skill. So maybe like your dumbbell presses, your deadlifts and squats. Just do some like like low intensity but like good enough challenging sets so that you're able to challenge yourself in terms of the skill, get some work done. And what that will allow you to do is once you get back, you'll be in a great groove again. Because I went and trained legs with my client in Italy, that's why legs flew for me today, because I got that work done at the end of the week after taking a week off. So just a couple sessions of just turning up with the movements that you're used to will help you stay in the groove. Okay, another one we'll talk about, alcohol. So I actually drank alcohol when I was away for this week, and I think it'll be worth discussing alcohol. So we know alcohol can cut protein synthesis off pretty significantly. So if you drink alcohol, it will reduce your ability to counteract muscle protein breakdown and create muscle growth. So something that you should do if you are going to drink alcohol is timing that is not in a post-workout setting, so it's not taken away from your ability to grow. You'd be better off training after drinking the night before than training like literally before you go out and drink. I know you might feel hungover, but even studies have shown like when sleep's affected, the sleep isn't going to interfere in the session because of you feeling tired and energy being low. Sleep only interferes with your training when it interferes with the recovery processes. So you're going into a session sore. And it's the same with alcohol, like it's the recovery issue that's the main problem, not doing it the day before, taking away from your energy and performance. So just get in, train hard and get the job done. So yeah, if you're drinking, don't drink after you've trained, drink before the day before you're going to train if you are going to. And I promise you, doing this very occasionally, just stay hydrated, get high protein through the day, like occasionally is not going to make too much difference. And also obviously adjust calories to give yourself some room so you're not going into a massive calorie surplus. Also something I want to talk about that I did is I brought a bodyweight scale with me. Now this is only if you don't get attached to how much you weigh, but what I did is I'm used to weighing myself daily, so I brought my bodyweight scale. I could then enjoy eating lots of foods in Italy. I could switch off and then I'd weigh myself the next day. If bodyweight was down, I would know that I could eat even more. So look at this, like I've actually, through me just tracking my body weight, it's allowed me to actually enjoy the foods that I want to enjoy even more. So sometimes just seeing how your body weight moves can actually give you more freedom and understanding that maybe if your output's quite high, you're moving a lot through the day, you can probably eat more than you think, and that will actually put your mind at ease and you won't be stressing. Because a lot of the time people go away and they haven't weighed themselves and they're eating off plan, and they're in the back of their mind they're like and you don't want that, right? You want to enjoy yourself. So yeah, and the last point I would say is if you aren't training, so if you're not training, what you should do is increase your fats, reduce carbs through the day. When you eat off plan, a lot of foods are really high in fats, so bringing carbohydrates down will allow the calories not to go super high, and you'll still be able to enjoy the foods you want, but just try and, like, maybe in your first meal of the day, just do protein only for breakfast, and then only have carbs when you need it, because off plan meals, like I said, have a lot of fats in. And also when you're not training, you don't need that energy demand from carbohydrates as much. You just need the calories. The calories are there just to basically keep body weight where it needs to stay. So when you get back, you come back, body weight's held, and you can get back into productive training. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm sorry if I rambled on a little bit, but hopefully that's really useful, guys, because I think a lot of you might be stressing, especially with summer coming up. You know, you might be going away, you might be going on a last holiday, you might be taking time off, and this will really benefit you. Just at the end of the day, if you're really consistent, which I'm pretty confident a lot of you guys are, like just a week off occasionally, it is not going to take you away from your goals in the grand scheme of things. So life is to be enjoyed, but there are ways of managing around it, but ultimately just don't stress about it and enjoy it. So yeah, that is the whole video done. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate all the support on the YouTube. I'm going to keep coming out with more videos, more vlogs. If you guys like the vlogs, let me know if you prefer it to the usual type of videos, because I'll keep the vlogs coming if that's the case. And yeah, I'm actually quite enjoying doing them, to be honest. So yeah, like and subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. See you soon.